Hey everybody, CVH here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing off some gameplay with Item Sorcerer in the post-Return to Clockwork City metagame. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the build. It's always exciting to bring this deck back to the channel because it's one of my favorite decks, and while it didn't actually get too many new tools from Return to Clockwork City, I wanted to talk about at least one in particular, and then another card that I could have included but elected not to. So in general, first and foremost, it's pretty much the similar Item Sorcerer build to everything you've seen so far. It plays like a combo deck, it draws a bunch of cards, and then it goes crazy with Master of Arms and Gardener of Swords, with buffs from Master Swordsmith a lot of the time if you can stick one of these to the board early, and like I said, just sort of stalls until you can get those crazy combos, and possibly even use Journey to Sovngarde in the really long game against other slow decks like Control Mage. So, the one new card I'm playing from Return to Clockwork City is Galyn the Shelterer. I mentioned in the first impressions videos and the endurance part of the card review that Item Sorcerer is pretty much where my mind went to first when I saw Galyn, and it has tested pretty adequately in the deck because it says choose a creature or item in your hand before it shuffles the +3/+3 copies into your deck. So it's giving you more opportunities to combo with Master of Arms and Gardener of Swords, which are pretty much the two main creatures you'd like to be targeting. But in reality, basically any of the items are good targets. You can get giant maces. Obviously, making items huge is something that Master Swordsmith does, but it doesn't add additional copies. We can reuse them with Master of Arms and Gardener of Swords, which is kind of the point of the combo, but Galyn can shuffle more copies into your deck to draw. So you can get like 3/6 enchanted plates into your deck. Tome of Alteration's a fine target. The items that draw you a card in particular are great targets. But against aggro, I found myself using it a couple times on the one real source of consistent healing we have, which is Glass Helm of Remedy, only playing 2 of these as usual. It's kind of awkward if you don't draw one against aggro, you might just lose, but once you draw one, you can typically use a lot of copies with the Gardeners and the Masters, but Galyn shuffling additional copies, which then buff the stats that much more, that can be crazy against aggro as well. So onto the card that I'm not choosing to play from Return to Clockwork City. And that is another item. This is Treasure Map. As soon as I find it right here, people probably want to know why I'm not playing this. It's another item that draws a card, just slightly weaker stats than the Tome of Alteration. I think Treasure Map is fine for many other item decks, possibly the ones that don't use Endurance. In Endurance, we do have access to Enchanted Plate. Not really the reason I'm playing Endurance, I'm playing it mostly for the power level of Galyn, testing it in the new meta, the power of Sorcerer's Negation, the power of High King Emmerich. Sorcerer's Negation is such a unique effect, right? I will say, not having Firebolt though, I mean, it's sort of a space concern because I really wanted to play the 2 copies of Ice Storm, but not having Firebolt means you can't ping your own Daggerfall mages and get the tomes immediately if you're worried about them playing Execute or something like that, but the silence is just too good. Anyway, back to Treasure Map. One thing I like about this, since we do have enough draw with the Enchanted Plates, is that our items sort of scale up in cost. We have one 2-cost item, one 3-cost item, Mace of Encumbrance, a Great Shackle, and then the 4-cost item is Tome and Glass Helm of Remedy. So a couple things here. A lot of the time, you have to worry about what Master of Arms is getting back. Also, we have Dragon Priest Mask, but that just increases the amount of items you can get back, so it's not really something we should count for this. You could also play 3 of these and 3 Palace Conspirators. I had space concerns and all that. But Master of Arms. Against aggro, you'd rather not have Tome of Alteration in your discard pile because you always want to get back Glass Helm of Remedy, and vice versa, against a control deck, you really don't want to play Glass Helms or discard them if you can help it, if you don't already have tons of Tomes and Dragon Priest Mask down there, because if your game plan is to draw a lot of cards and get those combos rolling against control instead of healing, if you pull Glass Helm instead of Tome, you're going to be feeling pretty bad about it. So a problem with taking out Tome for Treasure Map, or something like that, would be, all of a sudden, you don't know exactly what you're getting back, or if you have the Glass Helms in the discard pile, you don't even have a chance at getting Tome. If you're taking out Enchanted Plates for Treasure Map, which is something you probably have to do if you're not playing the Sorcerer version, if you're playing like Battle Mage or something like that, then you just sort of have coin flips and you're not exactly sure. So for example, if you play Master of Arms right now with a Tome of Alteration, a Mace of Encumbrance, and an Enchanted Plate, you know you're going to be getting a Shackle effect back from the discard pile, which can make your plays a lot more clear. You can know exactly what you're able to shackle with a Gardener Master combo, if your discard pile looks like something like Treasure Map, Mace of Encumbrance, and Tome of Alteration. Well, then you know you're getting back Tome, but you're not exactly sure which of your 3-cost items you're going to be getting back from the discard pile, so you're sort of 50-50 if you get to shackle something, or maybe 2 things, or maybe 3 things if you have a Gardener or 2 on the board. You just don't know what you're going to be getting back. So having like 1 item in each slot can make you plan for those in advance, even when you're starting to use the items in the first place. Treasure Map, a fine card, obviously, but I like how it is right now, and even then, it does take some getting used to, making sure you don't have glass helms in the control matchups, making sure you can draw glass helms in the aggro matchups, and not having tomes down there to interfere with them. It's an interesting deck to play, and I just think Treasure Map's card draw is a little bit unnecessary given how much we're able to play in this class. But I do intend to test this card in other variants, possibly the Battle Mage variant as well. It's a totally reasonable card, just wanted to touch on why I'm not playing it. Again, you will see that I was using Cunning Ally instead of Ice Storm in the video, but I did wind up taking them out for the 2 copies of Ice Storm. I just feel like it's an effect the deck kind of needs a lot of the time, so a worthy inclusion there. And again, Firebolt's totally reasonable. I wouldn't take out Negation for them, but it's a perfectly great card. Another Palace Conspirator if you want to play a 3rd Dragon Priest mask. I do like the 3 masks, 3 Conspirators, but again, a space was a concern. But that's pretty much the entire list. I've rambled long enough. Just wanted to touch on some of the new cards that I was playing and that you could be playing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and the games, and if you do, feel free to leave a like and stay subscribed for more Legends content. Follow my stream in the description. I'll see you next time. You help me with the ladder. Sucked at the bottom of 8, 9, and I do horrible with the seemingly endless supply of aggro decks down here. Just gotta play. I mean, do you have like budget stuff or actual stuff? Because if you're playing real decks, you want to stay away from mid-range and go more control. If you're playing like Ramp Scout, you're probably gonna get punished by even budget aggro decks. But otherwise, just like try to pack a little extra prophecies or extra heal. The aggro deck shouldn't be fully optimized and people will misplay against you, so as long as you have like enough adequate defense, you should be fine. If you're gonna play an aggro deck, Prophecy aggro Battle Mage is great for lower ranks because praise on other aggro decks really hard.
Careful there, friend. Careful there, friend.
Oh, aren't they both there, Silentium, or am I wrong? Am I wrong? For real, am I wrong? I don't know.
Your blood will spill.
Hopefully that helps a bit though. Some competitive theme music would have been great. I'm with you. Ticking clocks constantly in the background. A card review for the new Hearthstone set that was fully spoiled today. No, I will not be doing that. Apologies. For like the one person who might have actually wanted to see that.
Beard. This state will be mine.
Aw man, bummer. Hit.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
I don't just know how to make them.
As with most Hearthstone sets, like a few of the cards look intriguing to me, and a lot of them are just like more of the nightmare. That's why I left. Oh, he's Tekken against me! I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Why are people playing this? People can play it on Scout, and Scout still wins, but if you play it on items... Oh god, people played Memory Wraith too. Why did I queue up items? We have to wait until these cards pass. Oh, hold on, let me, Ginger just asking if he needs a permit, not even delivering on the permit. Not you guys. Need the draw. Wonder if we can still win this after losing a master like that. Probably, right? Like, we just need a Galyn and X master, get the journey going eventually. He's playing control, so we have time, I think. Is he playing control? It's like Mammoth plus this. Mammoth's not a control card. This is not a mid-range card. Oh, trust me, Memory Wraith's good against this deck. This is the deck that it's just the absolute bomb against. If this deck were like any percentage of your ladder games. But it's just mid-range with that thing, man. I don't know if that's better for me or not. At least I can contest that entirely. He already used a silence. Oh wow, it's a skeleton. I didn't know that. That actually does make it significantly better. It's pretty cool. Oh, I should have probably wordcrafted first. I can do it anyway.
Careful there, friend.
I could do it on this, but it's still weak to silence, and I have Lightning Bolt anyway, in case he goes for Lightning Bolt on this. Hello, Death Priest? I don't know. Like, against most non-me decks, you'd still want to have Mummify, right? Just so you have flexibility and know what you're hitting. It's like, there's always the chance he could have played that on me and hit, like, a Daggerfall, which is, eh. You never really know.
I see you're in need of my wisdom.
Oh yeah, I don't think I tech one Memory Wraith. It's either right to play Memory Wraith or it's wrong. Like, the decks are too big to, like, really tech one card that's so good in half, like, so good a portion of the time, so bad a lot of the other time. Like, is then the low chance that you actually draw a matchup it's really good in, you might not even get it in time. That would be awful. Oh, it has regenerate. Shit. Well, actually, no, it's fine. I want this to die. I was hoping it wouldn't regenerate, but I want this to die because it has my 2 items on it. Or 2 of my items on it. Dude, even if I knew it had regenerate, I'm still making that attack. I want this to trade. Because then I can back Tome and the Glass Helm. If he plays another Death Priest, I'm going to lose. This turn, I mean.
You can't escape.
The city is safe in my hands. No one can keep them safe from me. You best stay on the marked path.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Any viable dragon control decks? Corey Millhouse posted a Spell Sword one earlier. I don't know how good it is, though. You can play dragons and Ram Scout with, like, Woodland Lookouts and stuff, but that's sort of been moved away from, just for consistency concerns. That might just kill me. Bummer. He had to have something huge. I'm not dead yet.
There's life in this old thing, yeah. A strong arm is what you need.
I mean, I should have put that over there. I don't know. No, this is fine. I can just kill both of these. Shackle both of these. Oh, he does get to kill Gardener this way. Wait, no he doesn't, because that's a 1 health. Okay, this is fine. Yeah.
Careful there, friend.
Yeah, now I'm pretty sure you win. Probably Tome first. Definitely want a Sorcerer's Negation, the Daggerfall. Probably grab the Dragon Priest Mask here, because we still have the Master of Arms still on board. We can just use it. Counts as our 3rd Master that he stole from us earlier, right? I'm gonna hit there, so this thing survives, ideally. We could actually just do this now, I guess, just to be super safe, play around to Firebolt. I mean, I have no idea how he's planning on closing this gap here. It's pretty solid. Oh man.
A strong arm
Pretty sure I go for lethal next turn. Mundus Stone plus Odoving. Yeah, off the one card from the top of his deck. You have to roll lethal too. But then I just like, I find a way to deal with it, and then I draw Journey and we're still fine. Oh no. Yeah.
You best stay on the marked path.
I'm gonna keep suiting up this, I guess. There's a Mace and a Tome on it. Alright, we can probably do that now. I could just literally do it right now.
May the fates smile on Kashi.
I'm gonna shuffle this back in. So I'm gonna play this.
Strong arm is
Do this. And do this. And then next turn we can Journey and we'll have like all the Master of Arms back. Well, the one we can get back. We'll have the actual Master of Arms back. This combo item Battle Mage? I really don't know. The other one's burstier. This one has Galyn and Emmerich, which are good. Plate gives you more consistent draw, which I like. You have to rely on Master Swordsmith for the crazy items. Like in Battle Mage, if the early game consistency would have been weaker, but I probably would have already had lethal like 3 times on board right now, which is pretty sick.
do not test me.
done. I shall be your eyes and ears.
I guess I should trade in first. Why did I do that wrong for? That's sad. Oh well. One less thing to get back.
Let's do this.
Alright, we don't even need it. It's not like 2 more turns and we could go for guaranteed, right? Well, Memory Wraith is too late now. Now it doesn't do anything. Well, I guess it still removes the item combo potential, but we don't even need it anymore. Oh, my shriveled mummy. It's back with a vengeance. This used to be Master of Arms. Look what you've done. We gotta go for lethal with it. You brought this upon yourself. I was hoping it'd be like camel. We're out of camels. Oh, there we go. Oh, dude, this is gonna be absurd.
There's life in this old thing.
Oh, I got the double mass down there. Jesus. Oh no! Oh wait, no, we still have another mass to go off of. I was like, what? I don't need all this life gain. Holy shit. This one just gets back double tome. I can do that, right?
May the fates smile on Kashi. There's life in
We're
this
attacking
old
next
thing.
turn, man. We got the guaranteed next turn, because he can't attack this turn. It's very sad. Oh, let's try not to rope. I don't need these anymore. Dude, it's totally gonna rope me. I have nothing else small to sack.
I shall be your eyes and ears.
I'm just gonna pass. No, I should play this. It's better than Mummy.
5 and 8, they will meet their
Alright, people next turn. Dude, he should never have played Hallowed Death Priest. I need to take my revenge.
They will meet their makers.
An assassin version? I do think the assassin version is weaker just because I like plate more than... Like, honestly, the cards are so similar. You just play Queen over plate. No, you could play Queen over Emmerich and Embassy Disguise over Enchanted Plate, but I think plate's better than Embassy Disguise. Besides that, they're pretty similar. You could play like a full Shackle package, but then your draws get even more awkward. And they're already pretty awkward sometimes. Let's see if I miss anything. Wish I could keep greedy stuff with the ring against Battle Mage, but it's such a scary matchup.
A strong arm is what you need.
Yeah, I can't just like go in and update all the videos. Aren't you just using Soul Tear? Soul Tear is okay, I guess. I only ever want to get back Master. By the time I want to start Soul Tearing, I ideally just play Journey and don't have to draw Soul Tears early. I just draw one card I don't want to have in my hands. So this is really questionable. But if it lives, I win.
Stay on the marked path.
Don't be the guy playing Sharpshooter, because he can't play Lightning Bolt, Earthbone, Vigilante. Alright. Good to go. It was a risk, paid off. Gain 8 life, trade favorably.
Keep off the grass.
I've never done that combo so quickly before. It'll load.
My arrow shall fly
Oh, he is playing Sharpshooter, he just didn't have it. Wow, got lucky.
My arrow shall fly true.
Wow. He almost Sharpshooted the hell out of us. Fortunately, they're gone now. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go for Lightning Bolt. Wish I had a Firebolt. I might go for Into the Gardener. Support Crusader memes. I like it. Oh, dude. Never mind, you got Cauldron Keepers too. Wow, Rage and supports. That's so much.
Fire!
How's it been handling?
Fire!
Why don't you attack them and keep them down to just below their runes? You miss loads of opportunities. Why should I do that?
Let nothing through.
Everyone always asks why don't you attack? No one ever asks why do you attack. What are the downsides of attacking here? Lighted a lit, afflicted a lit, sharpshooter scout. Like we just saw what happens when he's 1 point away from a rune destruction. He just pinged himself and drew a card. Attacking when you can't actually get aggressive against this deck is strictly wrong. Absolutely just horrible. Like a lot of control mages think they can just get their opponent to 26 all the time. It's always a misplay. Well, not always a misplay, but like against this deck, it's a misplay. A lot of times it's just straight up a misplay. So then on missed opportunities, I actually think about not attacking is a better play than attacking, trust me.
There's life in this old thing, yeah.
At the moment it can't? Well, what's the point of attacking if I'm not going to get aggressive anytime soon? It doesn't make any sense. Like if I hit him down to 24 and he plays afflicted a lit, he draws a card and I might lose because of that. What's the benefit? What's the flip side? Sometimes, like a very small percentage of the time, it loses me the game. What's the benefit to attacking though? And there just isn't one. Like I win the long game. I can't race him, so why would I deal 2 damage?
Fire! Fire!
You best stay on the mark. A strong arm is what you need. Come dance with a master.
If my card gets destroyed, I don't think you understand how this deck operates. This deck is not trying to deal damage right now. I would not be attacked. If I were up against Ram Scout, I would miss all of the opportunities. As in, I would know that the opportunity to win the long game and have card advantage is more important than a tiny incremental amount of damage. If I can stabilize, I can always find 2 damage somewhere. Missing that 2 damage is never ever relevant. But having double afflicted a lit is very, very relevant. Alright, so how is the best way to do this? If I sack this off, I get another glass helm down there.
I shall be your eyes and ears.
I do get these back, right?
dance with a master. There's life in this old thing, yes. Do not touch Keep off the grass.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Could get him back now, I can just wait for another gardener. I have the time. Hey, lol Jedi Joe coming in with the sub. Thank you very much, lol Jedi Joe even. Appreciate that support. Let's throw some love and hype in the chat. I'm trying not to like rope any longer than I need to because this deck already takes years. Let's throw some hype in the chat for lol Jedi Joe. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Polka Pack again. Oh man, we're back on. We're back on. Oh man. I guess I'll take this, sure.
I will keep Sotha Sil's people alive.
Found me out, did you?
At this point, I'm just like running through the motions, honestly.
A strong arm is what you
Alright, I'll go like Master and then Dragon Priest Mass next turn, and then I'll attack the turn after that. As long as the game doesn't glitch out. Oh, he's just actually gone. We've effectively made him quit. Healing for 16 in a single turn. I guess we'll do that. I just would have conceded. I don't know. I'd moved on to the next game. How does this do versus Ramp Scout? It can be pretty good if they draw like any sort of haphazard curve. The deck always goes to the late game, but if they like start pressuring, go like ramp, spine, Baroness, Parthenax really quickly, and just start attacking, you pretty much lose. I didn't know item decks removed your opponents from the client. Yeah, screw banishing the discard pile. Banish my opponent to the Shadow Realm. I don't know if he thinks I'm wasting time here, because like I'll just use this for a YouTube video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Oh yeah, you can die a lot before you draw Glass Helms, because I'm only playing 2 of them, because I can duplicate them. So if you don't draw Glass Helm against aggro, that's how you lose that matchup. It's tough.
The victory is yours.
Aha!